I've seen men deeply in love with a woman and she has absolutely zero idea. In this video, I'm revealing 5 hidden signs that he's flirting with you. So keep watching so you don't miss an opportunity with a great guy in the future. I'll be revealing a little known tell that I call indicators of attraction. Now these are physical signs that you can see with your own 2 eyes that he's actually taking actions to flirt with you or to escalate the relationship. It's important that you're aware of what the signs are, and that way if a guy is flirting with you, you can flirt back. Or if there's a guy who likes you that you're not interested in, you can immediately change your behavior so you don't lead him on. By the way, my name is Jason Silver. I am the dating coach for ambitious women, and this channel, Attract Great Guys, is dedicated to teaching ambitious, mastery-driven women how to attract high-quality men for a lifelong committed relationship. I reveal attraction and relationship strategies and how to be your authentic self and attract a higher quality man. And if you haven't done so already, hit that red subscribe button and the little notification bell right next to it so you get notified of all of my upcoming trainings. Now let's jump right into it. The first indicator of attraction is what I call the wandering eye. This is when you're talking to a guy and his eyes just start to wander down to your physical features. Now you might say, Jason, now this is obvious. If the guy's staring at my chest or my body, it's obvious that he's interested or checking me out, but not always. See, when we're talking and when we're thinking about what we're gonna say, we might glance around a little bit, but if a man you find continues as he's talking to kind of subtly look down and just check out or keep an eye or focus on your body, and it just doesn't need to be your chest. He can even be looking at your lips or just glancing down at your lips a little bit as he's talking to you. It actually means that in his mind, he's thinking about you. He's thinking about your body, and his eyes are automatically moving towards what he's subconsciously thinking about. The perfect example of this is right before you kiss someone. You'll notice that they glance down at your lips. It's just a natural reaction to look at what we're thinking about. Now, this is actually something that you can use yourself as an indicator of attraction. If you're talking to a great quality guy and you want to be a little bit more flirtatious, as you're talking to him, just take a little glance down to his lips. Just, don't stare at them for a long period of time, just a little glance down and up. And if you really want to push it to the next level, you can actually envision in your mind that you're kissing him while you're talking to him, and you'll just exude a more sensual, romantic energy. Guys melt for this kind of thing. It's subtle, it's hidden, and it's something that you can feel, but you can't actually see. Now that's the first indicator of attraction. Just keep an eye on his wandering eyes. Now the second indicator of attraction is physical touch. Now there are people out there who are just naturally touchy-feely. What you're looking for isn't just someone who, on occasion, as they're talking to you, reaches over and touches you on your arm or on your shoulder. Although if someone does do that, they're breaking the physical boundary. Now for a man who wants to get intimately close to a woman, this is actually a big deal. This is something that men either they do it subconsciously, or if they're a little bit more awkward, this is just something that they actually have to push themselves to do. Because it's scary to sexually escalate with a woman, because just imagine the risks that a man has if she doesn't want that. The fear of rejection or offending a woman is so powerful for most kind-hearted men. So watch closely if a man touches you on your arm or on your shoulder, and if it lingers just a little bit longer. You might be used to people doing just random touch. It might feel natural, but if you're talking to someone, and if you have a good rapport with someone, and if someone says something funny, it might be natural for you to reach across and touch them on their arm and say, that's really funny, or whatever it is in the conversation. But be very aware of physical touch, because if it's something that keeps happening, if it's something that moves beyond just the arm and the shoulder, maybe he touches you on your back or even your lower back, or if he keeps his hand on you for an extended period of time. Again, he's breaking the physical boundary. He's touching you. And this could very well be an indicator that he's attracted to you and he's trying to escalate with you sexually. Now, the third indicator of attraction is if he wants to spend more time with you. Now, this can manifest in several different ways, and you really have to watch out for this. The first is if you're speaking and the conversation starts to die and it seems like you might hang up the phone or go off in your separate ways if you're in person. And if he tries to extend the conversation, if he wants to stay close with you, then you can assume that he values you enough to not want you to leave. Or even if a guy is standing near you, even if a man is literally just within your proximity, he might not even be talking with you. But you find that, hey, whenever you're around, he's kind of there. He's lurking. He's in your presence. Now, if you don't like him, you might refer to this guy as a creeper. But if you do like him, then there's probably a reason why you keep finding yourself next to him or near him. Men want to be surrounded or close to someone that they value, so they have a better chance of interacting with them. So be aware. If he's trying to spend more time with you, especially if he tries to spend alone time with you, this is a really big thing. If he wants to spend one-on-one time with you, you could pretty much assume 90% of the time that he's doing it because he wants the opportunity to hit on you, to flirt with you, without getting distracted or being judged by others. And it makes it more natural and romantic if he wants to try to kiss you when you're in private. Now, this is also something to be aware of if you're going on a date with a man and he comes up with any excuse whatsoever to go to his house or to go somewhere private. That's why it's so important to be aware of when a guy is trying to be alone with you, because it's almost always that he wants to escalate sexually. Now again, that third indicator of interest is wanting to spend more time with you, especially alone time. The fourth indicator of attraction are considerate compliments. Now this is just a little bit different than just complimenting someone or having a guy say nice things to you. This is something that you actually have to be very aware of because it's subtle. It's a little hidden. A guy can offhandedly make a compliment, just, oh, hey, you look great today. Just rolls off of his tongue without even thinking about it. But if you notice that he pauses for a moment before he says it, if he's really present when he says it, it almost feels premeditated, like he's been thinking about how to compliment you. That's an indicator of attraction. That's something where there's a little bit of risk involved. There's a pressure he might feel in telling you that compliment because it's meaningful for him. And you can tell the difference. For example, like I said, if someone's walking by and they say, hey, great job on the presentation today, worked really well, and it just rolls off their tongue very quickly, that's one thing. Versus someone coming up to you and saying, hey, I really wanted you to know, I thought you did so well in that presentation. You were focused, you were on point. I was just really impressed. You could tell a difference in that energy. I was more focused, I was more intense. The speed of my talking was a little bit slower, more intimate. So just be aware, if a man is giving you those types of compliments, then usually there's a higher level of emotional investment, and that is an indicator of attraction. The fifth indicator of attraction is if he investigates your relationship status. Any high-quality man will want to know if you're in a relationship, who you're dating, and what that situation is. Most players or time wasters wouldn't care if you had a boyfriend or not. They're just looking for a hookup. But a higher quality man will be curious about your situation. So just notice, even if he's asking you questions to try to figure out what you did over the weekend or who you hung out with or what types of people you spend your time with, if he's digging a little deeper and you get the sense that he's trying to understand if you're spending time with a significant other, that's an indicator of interest that he's seeing if you're available or not. He may even ask you bluntly, but more often than not, he'll try to get it from you in a subtle, hidden way by asking you things that you've done and who you did it with. So be aware of what questions he's asking and always consider why he wants to know. Now, these 5 indicators of attraction are a requirement for you to become aware of, because when you start to focus on these things, you'll build more social awareness and you'll start to see the men around you in an entirely new way. Now, if there's a question in your mind of, well, was that an indicator of attraction or was it not an indicator of attraction? I encourage you to always assume it was an indicator of attraction, even if you're wrong. Now, the reason being, the most attractive, high-value women assume attraction. They assume that a man is attracted to them. Now, you may say, oh, Jason, that just sounds arrogant, or I'm living a lie. But let me tell you, the worst case scenario is that you're wrong and that you just exude a sense of confidence, which is attractive in and of itself. And the best case scenario is you assume attraction and you're right, and you don't miss an opportunity to connect with a really great guy. It's a win-win situation. And it's super helpful for your own self-esteem and your own confidence, even if you're wrong. Why would you assume that someone's not attracted to you? Why would that be better? Why would that be more humble? It's not, because you're an incredible, valuable person. And you should always assume, just as much as you love yourself, you should assume that high-quality men will love you as well, especially if you're seeing that there's a potential indicator of attraction there. In fact, assuming attraction is just one of the habits that the most high-value women in the world use to attract high-value men. And if you want to learn more about the secret dating strategy that I discovered that the most irresistible women are currently using, click the link below and check out my free presentation. I'll see you over there. Be well.